In this tutorial, I will show you how to set up your OBS to stream to multiple platforms at the same time, commonly referred to as multi-streaming. I'll show you a way to do it with and without Restream. And I have an extra program to show a unified chat from all platforms. Everything I'm using here is available for free. If you're wondering why I'm running two OBS instances, I'm using one to show it all and the second one to record the first one. You only need one OBS instance to do this. Okay, what do you need? First of all, OBS, which you need to have already set up. If you don't know how to do that, there's plenty of videos online on how to do that. I'm not gonna explain that here. And if you don't want to use Restream directly or at all, you will have to use the obs-multi-rtmp plugin. Alternatively, if you will just stream to Restream, you won't need this. And then optionally, if you want to use it, sheepChat for your unified chat. I will go into detail on all of those later. Okay, now for the setup. As you can see, this is already my fully set up OBS instance, but I'll show you how to do everything. So first of all, if you haven't already, you want to log into the primary platform you want to stream to. In my case, this is YouTube. You can also just use the stream key. I just choose to log in because I find it easier. If you're just going to be using Restream, then you can directly log in with your Restream account. The way I have it set up is that I'm streaming directly to YouTube from OBS. And then I'm using the multi-RTMP plugin to also stream to Restream. For setting up the multi-RTMP plugin, you'll want to add a new target, give it a name, put in the RTMP server and the key. You don't need the password and username, at least for YouTube, Kick, and Twitch. And for the encoder, if you don't know what this means, just choose Get from OBS. If you do know what it means, you can tweak and customize a little bit. I can show you what I did. So what I'm doing is I'm streaming to YouTube with AV1 encoding with a bitrate of 25,000 in 1440 resolution. But obviously we can't do that to Twitch and Kick. So I'm streaming to Restream with settings optimized for Twitch and Kick. As you can see here, 720 resolution at 8000 bitrate. This way I can get the best possible quality on all three platforms respectively. You will probably want to check the sync start with OBS checkbox here. That just means if you click start streaming here, it will also start this multi-stream. So that way you won't have to remember to start every single multi-RTMP target you have set up. You don't have to stream to Restream, by the way. You could also stream directly to YouTube and then add Twitch as a secondary target. If you're using Restream, you'll want to set up your accounts if you haven't done so already. So you'll log into Restream and then add your accounts here by doing edit destinations. As you can see, I've already set up Kick, Twitch, and YouTube, but I'm only streaming to 2, which is the limit with the free version of Restream. Up next, you probably want to update your stream information. So you can either do this via Restream if you're only using that. So you'll click here that you want to use OBS, and then you can go update titles, and it will update this for all of your platforms. Alternatively, you can do this individually for each platform. So you go to your Twitch dashboard, edit information. As you've seen, I already done this preemptively. And then you go to your YouTube dashboard, you go set up a new stream, edit the information, put in a title. Probably want to make the stream public and maybe put in the game if you want to. And then you go to your Kick dashboard or whichever other platform you're using and you set it up here as well. Also note that if you're using YouTube, you can go here to manage broadcast and set it up from here. However, you cannot set up a game. As you can see, I can set category to gaming, but I can't select a game. So that's why I chose to set it up through here, because here I have the option to put in the game that I'm playing. And if you do it this way, with my setup that you stream directly to YouTube, you'll want to do select existing broadcast, select this one and then select. Then OBS knows where it needs to stream. And that's all you need to set up to multi-stream. I have a few more useful things to show you though. First of all, you might have already noticed this sheepChat doc thing. This is my unified chat. You will want to download sheepChat if you haven't already. There's a free version and there's also a paid version that has some extra features, but for this one we only need the free version. If you start it, it will look something like this without these at the bottom. You'll want to go to settings, which will take a little while to load, and then go to connection. So here you can add your channels and accounts. I'll show you how to do it for another Twitch stream. So we'll go here, which service are we using? Obviously Twitch, but if you want to use any of these others, these are all supported. But we want to do Twitch. And then in the field channel, it is necessary to insert the identifier. Okay, so channel is this field. Well, I'm going to do my main Twitch channel. This is autofills, but you can put something else if you want, I guess. Save. Well, as you can see, I can't add another Twitch stream, but that's fine. This is how you would do it. One very important thing to note is that for the YouTube stream and some other platforms, you will need to authorize. It doesn't tell you anywhere in the program as far as I could tell, but as you can see here from the help page, for YouTube and Facebook, the broadcast must be available to everyone. Okay, it needs to be public, makes sense, and launched. Okay. As well as to use YouTube, Facebook, VK streaming, and TikTok, you must authorize via chat. So this can be done if you go, as it says there, settings, generals, and then authorization, and then you'll want to log in. Otherwise, it will add YouTube, but it won't be able to show anything from the chat, so effectively it just won't work. One thing to note about sheepChat is that you effectively can't really use third-party emotes like BTTV, FFZ, and the likes. So if we go here to emotes, you can see you can enable them. You can enable BTTV emotes, you can select on which streaming platforms you want those to be active. The problem is that it doesn't only use the global emotes and the ones enabled for your channel, and instead it seems to take the most popular one that matches the emote code that is available anywhere. So even if you haven't enabled a certain emote, it might still display it as that. So you'll end up with just like every fifth or so word replaced with an emote, and thus making your chat almost unreadable. And from what I could find, you can't change that behavior. The only thing you could do is blacklist every emote you don't want. As you see here, I just started doing a few before I realized that it's not going to get you anywhere. There's so many that you'll just be cultivating a huge blacklist. Once you have all of this set up, you can go to stream output and then chat widget, and you'll have a link here that you can copy. You want to go to OBS, and then you set it up as a doc. You go to custom browser docs, and then you give it whatever name you want. As you can see, I already have it here, and then you paste the URL on the right side. You do that, it should open here. If it says something like it cannot connect or whatever, then you probably haven't launched sheepChat. So this program needs to be running for this to work. Also, you can use the exact same URL and add it as a browser source, and that way you will have it displayed on your stream. If you don't want to use sheepChat and you want to use Restream instead, and you are not logged in to Restream via OBS, then you can just add chat.restream.io/chat as a browser doc, though you will need to log in there. And also, if you're not logged in, you might also want to add the Restream dashboard, app.restream.io/channel. All of those I'll link in the description. One final thing you might want to set up as a doc is the activity feed for each individual platform you're streaming to. As far as I know, there is no unified activity feed available currently. So you could add, for example, as you can see here, I have the Twitch activity feed for my channel that I'm streaming to. And then for other platforms, you could add their respective activity feeds as docs in OBS. Or you could do it via Stream Elements or similar services. And that's all you need. And just to prove that it works, I'm gonna go live now. So manage broadcast, we've already selected this one. So we select broadcast and start streaming. And then give it a few moments. You can see it's already, YouTube has already noticed that I'm live now. We just have to wait for it to start actually showing anything. But there we are live. Can also be like, hello YouTube. And then it takes a little moment, but you will see that it will in fact show up. Okay, never mind. It wasn't connected yet. It takes a few seconds after the broadcast is started. So now we can go hello YouTube, ! Then we go to sheepChat. We wait a few seconds. And there we go. Hello YouTube. And if we go to OBS, you can see our chat widget here shows it, and we've also shown this on stream. And just like that, we have our unified chat. So now I can also start my Restream, which goes to Twitch and Kick. And then you will see in a few moments, if I go to Twitch, there we go, the stream is live. And if I go to Kick, oh, save that, okay, we are also live. And to further prove that the chat works, we can say hello YouTube here. Or we can say hello YouTube from this chat. If we go back to our OBS, you see we have our YouTube, Kick, and Twitch chat all unified in one place. So that's all. If you enjoy such streaming topics, stop by my stream or join my Discord, where I have linked a bunch of other useful streaming tools. All of those, as well as everything I used in this video, will be linked in the description.